Hey, what's up guys and gals? My name is Rick9G. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. For those of you who are new, I love to play indie games. I love just gaming in general. I have so much stuff on my channel. Go ahead and take a look. It might interest you. But over here in this episode, we're going to take a look at Farming Simulator 17. The third gameplay video trailer just dropped, Life on the Railroad. Of course, I'm not allowed to play the trailer for you in its entirety. If you want to do that, go ahead and look in the description. I have a link for the video so you can take a look for yourself. But what I'm going to do is break it down, take it step by step, and I hope you'll agree with me that this trailer makes Farming 17 look pretty awesome. Now, of course, I can never start a Farming Simulator 17 preview video without the Peggy 3 guy. Here we go.
Peggy 3.
Now, of course, the trailer begins with the giant software logo, and immediately we see our first new machine that has to do with logging. It's called the Sampo Renlu HR46X. Now, this is very similar to the Scorpion, if you haven't noticed. And you might ask, why would I choose this over the Scorpion? Well, this is 188,000 euros. I have a video which I show and have details on this machine and other facts on other equipment. But this is really important because now we have an entry-level good logging piece of equipment that's not a chainsaw that we can use when we need it. So pretty awesome job, Giants. Now, of course, we're inside the Sampo, guys and gals, but we have two pieces of equipment on the left which are pretty important to look at. One is a tractor with a logging fork, and the other one is a grabby grab. Now, this grabby grab is pretty important because it is actually in Farming Simulator 15, although I think there are a few changes to it. Of course, this piece of equipment is called the New Holland T7.315 Heavy Duty with the Stepa FHL 13AK wood configuration. So this is what I call a grabby grab. It's used to grab the logs and basically put them in that trailer and take them to a destination that you desire. Now, if you look at the little claws up there, the claws, even in the trailer itself, you can see they are a little bigger, they open wider, and so it's a little bit easier to get more of the logs, which is a godsend. It will make it a lot better in 17, I am pretty sure. Slowing this down a little bit, we are inside the Sampo from this view, and we take a look at what this does. In case you don't know, inside that tractor, basically, you can cut a tree. It basically debarks it, it takes off all the little branches, and it cuts it into your desired length. So that's really helpful and really essential. And I just wanted to show you this frame that the buffalo is actually still there in the game. Now let's take a look at what the Stepa does. Basically, you can put the feet down to give you more support when you actually use the claw itself because the weight is shifted, and so you climb up on board. This is very similar, nothing really different from 15. It's not like there's a new mechanic, but basically you come down. It's kind of like that arcade game with the claw, and you pick up the log. People were complaining in 15 that it was difficult, and it was a little bit. You had to really get some good practice. Hopefully in 17 it'll be a little more intuitive, and of course you just drop it in your trailer and you keep doing that until you collect your amount and you go and you put it back to where you need to go. Not only will you be able to strap your bales, but you will be also able to strap your logs. That is such a godsend because it was so difficult sometimes to keep track of your wood because it fell off the trailer, and it was so frustrating. After you load up your trailer, you drive pretty much down to this big red silo called the Goldcrest Pacific Grain, and you will find the train station, well, at least one of the train stations, and here you can drop off your logs, you can drop off some of your grain, and this train takes it to another train with a crane, and that you can send it off and ship your basically all of your inventory. It's a really cool addition to 17. And of course, with your grabby grab, you grab the logs and you put them in the log portion of the train and you drive off. If you notice, there are straps on the actual wooden logs as well, which is amazing and pretty cool. I did want to show you this interior look of the train and show you how fast it goes. According to this, 82 miles an hour. If you look, the green circle is not complete, meaning this could probably go faster. I'm guessing 85 or 87. Maybe 88 like Back to the Future, but I'm being very hopeful there. But this is pretty cool. Yes, you will be able to control the train in Farming 17. Now, of course, from that red brick silo you drive across. I really love that the tracks cross the road, so you might be able to see the train while you're on the tractors. That's just really cool. You have all the crops on the side of the cars there, and then you go to the central transport hub. That's where the two train tracks going two different ways meet, so you can go one direction or another direction. And I think this is really crucial, because basically if you look at the map, the tracks are circular. It's almost like two figure eights, and in the middle they cross, and that's really important because this is where they cross. And so from this you can reach both edges of the map, and this is where the crane is, one of the two cranes I believe, and you'll get to see it in action right now. So I slowed this down so you can see you actually get off the train and you go up the stairs and you get into the crane cabin. Here you could control a really giant claw, so much bigger than the one that you were using at the other hub, and you can swing it across. It swings forward and slides and pretty much gets into any spot that you want to grab anything in terms of logging and materials like that from the train. As you can see, the gripper is really big, and so you can get a huge amount of logs from this, place it from one train to another, and of course the sell point is on the other side, so it's basically making you work a bit to transfer the items from one to the other. So this is just a fantastic mechanic that'll be in 17. Now as the train drives off, I do want to draw your attention here. We do have another red brick silo, and we do have a Deutz-Fahr and the Joskin trailer. Let's go take a look at that. Now of course here we have two things. We have the Deutz-Fahr series 9340 TTV and the Joskin Drakkar 8700 tipper trailer, and right now it's loaded with corn and basically making its way to that brick silo in the back. And what that does, that's basically a collection point for all of your extra grains and all of your seeds, so that when you're ready, when you have a huge amount, whenever you want, you can put that in the train, send the train off, and basically sell your products. So that's pretty awesome. Look at that. Now when I saw this tipper, I was really excited. It's really cool because the back opens up and the front, at least the parts closest to the tractor, pushes the grain or any of the seeds out. It's really cool. It's like kind of like a strainer, and it goes into the silo. That's so cool. And as this corn is being dropped into the maple field pool, you do see that this silo, like I said, is an additional space that you can use to put all of your grain, and you can see wheat or corn being dropped into this. You do see the wheat icon there, so I'm going to guess that's wheat that is going in that car that will be shipped off to the train to the sell point location. I hope you noticed that flap closing on the train. That's really awesome. And then of course the train goes off. We don't really know the mechanics or how it's actually going to work in terms of the train, and if we're going to be able to sell to all locations, or if that goes to, for example, a bakery, or if that just goes off into a void and then we get to choose how to sell it. We don't know that, guys and gals. If you know or have any idea, please let me know down in the comments. What do you think about all these little additional things? Do you like the concept of using the train? Remember, you can turn the trains off. You don't need to mandatorily use these trains, and that is an amazing thing. Thank you so much for your love and your support, guys and gals. Any comments, I would love to see them. I'd love to get a discussion going. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. I will really appreciate it. It really means a lot to me. Don't forget, guys and gals, push through any difficulty, push through anything in your life that is just giving you stress and anxiety. You'll get through it, I promise you. Don't forget, guys and gals, be hopeful.